Hello everyone, welcome to my tutorial on object-oriented programming in Java. In the last tutorial, we talked about the definition and features of objects and classes, and according to the definition, we know that an object is an instance of a class. In today's tutorial, we are going to write an instance or create an instance from Java syntax perspective. Okay, so how do we create it? You can see, or you can look at the screen, that we create an instance with the keyword new. Okay. So now let's look at the syntax. Alright, so let's say if we would like to create a new patient instance, how do we do that? So we know that there is a patient class, okay, and then we do like this, and then we use the keyword new, and then we invoke a constructor. Okay, so this patient is the data type. Okay, this patient is called the reference. This is a keyword, and this is a default or no argument constructor. Okay, first process is called the reference creation, and the second process over here is called the instance creation. Okay, so whenever we are writing this patient PT, so this is a memory, and this memory is called the stack. Memory stack. It's named as stack. So we create a reference, and the reference is saved in the stack. At this point, if we don't write this one, if we don't write new patient, this reference is not pointing to anything. So generally the stack will be referencing to a memory space called heap. Okay, so when we just write first statement patient PT, at that point this is not referencing to anything. We have just created a reference. So it's just like the same thing. If we say int I and then patient PT, int is the data type, patient is the data type, I is the name of the variable, and PT is the name of the reference. At this point I doesn't have any value. At this point PT doesn't have any reference. So the PT is pointing to something called null. Okay, that means it's not reference to anything. So as soon as we write this statement new patient, we get what? We get a new object. Okay, so this patient object will be created here, and then the PT is pointing to that patient. Okay, so this is how it works. So two-step process. Just remember, two-step process. The first one is creating a reference, and the second one is creating the new instance. And the new instance cannot be created until or unless we use the keyword new. Okay, so what about the syntax? We already know the syntax, but the syntax can be written in different ways. Okay, we can just write like this, patient PT. Okay, or we can also write like this, patient PT equals new patient. Only difference is this one doesn't, this reference doesn't pointing to anything, not pointing to anything, and this one It's pointing to a new patient. Pointing to a new object. Okay, so this is the actual object that we have created. Here is the other term that I used, that this new patient. Okay, so and I said like this is a constructor. Okay, we'll be talking about the definition and the features of constructor in our later chapters or later tutorials. So till then, goodbye.